2018-2019 Uniform Standards of Professional Appraisal Practice, USPAP. Page 20. Standard 2, Real Property Appraisal Reporting. In reporting the results of a real property appraisal, an appraiser must communicate each analysis, opinion, and conclusion in a manner that is not misleading. Comment. Standard 2 addresses the content and level of information required in a report that communicates the results of a real property appraisal. Standard 2 does not dictate the form, format, or style of real property appraisal reports. The form, format, and style of a report are functions of the needs of intended users and appraisers. The substantive content of a report determines its compliance. Standards Rule 2-1. Each written or oral report or oral real property appraisal report must A. clearly and accurately set forth the appraisal in a manner that will not be misleading. B. contain sufficient information to enable the intended users of the appraisal to understand the report properly. And C. clearly and accurately disclose all assumptions, extraordinary assumptions, hypothetical conditions, and limiting conditions used in the assignment. Standards Rule 2-2. Each written real property appraisal report must be prepared under one of the following options and prominently state which option is used: appraisal report or restricted appraisal report. Comment. When the intended users include parties other than the client, an appraisal report must be provided. When the intended users do not include parties other than the client, a restricted appraisal report may be provided. The essential difference between these two options is the content and level of information provided. The appropriate reporting option and the level of information necessary in the report are dependent on the intended use and the intended users. An appraiser must use care when characterizing the type of report and level of information communicated upon completion of an assignment. An appraiser may use any other label in addition to, but not in place of, the label set forth in this standard for the type of report provided. The report content and level of information requirements set forth in this standard are minimums for each type of report. The appraiser must supplement a report form when necessary to ensure that any intended user of the appraisal is not misled and that the report complies with the applicable content requirements set forth in this standards rule. A party receiving a copy of an appraisal report or restricted appraisal report in order to satisfy disclosure requirements does not become an intended user of the appraisal unless the appraiser identifies such party as an intended user as part of the assignment. A. The content of an appraisal report must be consistent with the intended use of the appraisal and at a minimum